debate over this, that whether the work with men and boys, which is actually, if we can, I don't know, we can say it in a very nascent stage right now, the work with men and boys like being recognized. So, how do you see it? Do you see it under or with the feminist movements, women movements, or you see it as totally different? How do you see the whole movement and campaign?
Well, there's a lot happening in within the spaces where masculinity is being worked on, and it's not just men and boys or women. There's also the queer space. There's also various other identities and various other articulations of gender. So there's various positions that people take on the potential for a feminist approach to working with men and boys, and that arises from different types of feminism as well. So it's a complicated scene. To me, it's very important that the queer, the feminist perspectives and experiences of the world and of politics be the basis from which this project is taken forward.
We have seen with the LGBT movement, the queer movement, the support of the feminist groups. They are always on the forefront. They always came on the forefront in the different movements. So, what are your suggestions for like this nascent stage of the men and boys campaign, and how can we like the intersectionality between these campaigns and the like men and boys? We are saying then we have a women's movement. So, how the intersectionality can take forward the work and include the LGBT movement and all of them together, because ultimately we are going for the gender justice and gender equality, and if we don't keep all these three movements together, then something or the other will be left out at the end. So how to make sure that intersectionality works?
To me, I think the answer lies in that distinction between the LGBT movement and the queer movement. Whereas LGBT movement is based on identity, and the entire argument is that we are a different type of person but we want the same rights. The queer movement is precisely about intersectionality. It's precisely about understanding the role of gender and sexuality in nationalism and fundamentalism, or in caste and class, etc., etc. Which is why, especially in the Delhi context, it's been a queer movement, it hasn't been an LGBT movement. And that is why people who are part of feminist struggles have been at the forefront. So there's already the coming together, right? And so the queer space, or the queer approach, already provides that kind of space. So in order to bring the different people who are working within constituencies or with very particular objectives, I think what could hold them together is a queer approach, is an approach of intersectionality, and that already exists. But it's constantly challenged by, on the one hand, the broader global kind of domination of a Western frame, which is very identity based, which considers women, men, and LGBT as one separate category, right? So your funding streams, etc., are divided into these silos, and therefore the political economy of the work we do, right, is restricted by that. So that is one of the biggest challenges that we need to address.